For a quick overview on what I'm doing in this video, I'm going to be teaching a technique that can help you with your timing when it comes to kicks. I'll start off real slow, speak for beginners, and then I'll progress that technique for more advanced people, or if your technique happens to progress with time. If you don't care for any of that at all, I'm going to be showing a leg kick combination, and I'll attach a chapter in the comments below so that you can click that link and go straight to that. Let's get started. All right, so the concept here, as the bag swings to my left, I'm going to kick with my left leg. As the bag swings to the right, I will kick with my right leg, and I'll have to switch stances in between. Now to start off real slow, if I throw this first kick, all right, you can see it swinging. I might wait to kick again, okay? As soon as it's coming, I want to meet it to counteract that force and send it wobbling or send it flying the other way. Okay, that's how you can work on your technique. As it comes back, you kick. As it goes back the other way, you can switch your stance. You can wait for it and kick. All right, I kind of slipped there with this backdrop over here. So you have to play around with this. To get it swinging more, you want to kick as it's swinging, right? But as it's meeting me my way, I'm switching on my brain that I'm going to meet it to perfect my timing. So here it goes. Getting it swinging again, getting it swinging, stopping it, stopping it. I'm waiting for it. All right, it's swinging again. I'm gonna get it swinging, stopping it as it's coming to the middle. You do have to play around with this one. You have to be able to kick to get it to swing, and then you have to learn how to kick to get it to stop, to wiggle in the middle back and forth. And that's how you know that you can get better with your timing if you're meeting that bag as it's coming to the middle and you're getting it to stop. Once more. All right, I'm gonna get it to swing. All right, I'm gonna stop it. Stop it. Swing. Swing. I'm gonna stop it here. Stop. Stop. Okay? And that's how you progress into advancing this technique, because you can start off real slow just by waiting for it to come to you, right? When it's coming, you kick it. You kick it to get it swinging, and then you wait, all right, and you hit it as it's coming to the middle. You can start off real slow with one kick, and then you can work your way up to advancing the technique by switching your stance and being quicker with it. So let me show you. I know it's hard to tell, but in those last 3-4 kicks, the bag was slightly returning to the middle, and I kept kicking it more to the right. As it came down, I would kick, 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 meet it halfway. You can then wait for it so it could swing, and you can kick it that way so you can get a bigger swing on it and restart the process again. I'm meeting it, meeting it. I'm gonna have to get it to swing again. I'll meet it, meet it, meet it, meet it, get it to swing, meet it, and meet it. What if you're thinking to yourself, but I don't have a punching bag, what else can I do for this? Well, this is why I have a rope attached to the ceiling, okay? You can make some knots if you want to, if you wish. Give yourself a target to hit. You don't need it, but honestly, this might work better than the bag just because of how much it'll swing back and forth. You can throw your kick, right? It'll swing. You can take it real slow, wait for it to come back, swing as it comes back to the middle. Sorry, not swing, kick. Kick as it comes back to the middle. Kick. And then you can start progressing, getting faster with this. See what I'm saying? It works a lot better with this rope rather than the punching bag. I get so winded doing these techniques, I'm gonna have to do more cardio. Real quick, if you're learning something like this video, let's get back to it. Before I teach you this leg combination, I want to say that this combination is not the most practical one, but it is one of the best ones for you to be cognizant of your footwork, to be cognizant of where you're placing your feet, so that your kicks that you throw in the future will hopefully be smoother, cleaner, with more technique. So that was the combination. We're going to do a side kick. Protect our face here when we do the side kick. When you put your foot down, you're going to shift your toes forward again to get ready for a roundhouse with your back leg. So you're here protecting your face, and then I'm going to go this way, opposite way. Side kick. I'm going to go with the roundhouse now. Protecting my face. Okay. I land, bring the roundhouse back, and then I do a teep kick with the front leg. Once more, side kick, block face, roundhouse, block face, come back, teep kick, while you're blocking your face too, protecting yourself. There's a lot of shifting back and forth with these kicks. That's why it's a good one to practice if you want to be more cognizant of your feet and your footwork and everything that you're doing with kicks. So when I throw this side kick, my toes are facing to you guys right now, towards the camera, all right, not towards the opponent. So you have to be cognizant of being able to shift back in your fighter stance. All right, not leaning forward, not leaning too far back. Coming back to your fighter stance, being comfortable to then throw that roundhouse and to pivot on that right leg. You want to pivot on your toes, pivot. Okay, and even when I throw this roundhouse and I come back, my stance isn't perfect anymore. So I have to narrow it just a little bit more so I can be comfortable enough to throw this teep kick. Side kick, roundhouse, teep kick, and block. In a more real life situation, the chances of you getting a combination like that where it's 3 kicks in a row, it might work out if you're facing someone new, but if you have someone that's, checking your kicks and coming to you with punches and stuff, you're going to have to calibrate yourself more. You're going to have to adjust your stance. You might have to throw punches in between to be able to feel right to throw that roundhouse, to feel right to throw that teep kick. Go ahead and practice it and let me know if you struggle with your footing too when you come back after throwing that roundhouse. If your stance is not where it needs to be able to throw that teep kick, okay? The more you practice this, the more muscle memory you build for when you do throw that roundhouse and you do want to throw another kick, you'll be ready for it, okay? Rather than just being out here and having to adjust and taking your time like usual, you can throw that side kick, have it be muscle memory that you're facing your opponent to throw that roundhouse, and then have it be muscle memory to throw that kick. The more ready you are, the better. My bag was running away from me. I had to take a little tiny step to be able to extend there with the kick. But that's okay, I was ready for it. Subscribe to the channel for more content and hit that notification bell to be alerted when these videos come out. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing next week. I might even take a week off, to be honest with you all, just to plan some stuff out. I do have a list of ideas. I just don't know what I want to do yet. If any of you have any ideas or anything that you want to say on this video or anything else that you want to see, go ahead and put them down in the comment section. Okay, thank you for watching and much love, everyone.